You have a $10,000 debt. You have been making payments every single month, and yet, somehow, you owe almost the same amount you started with. Here is why. If you are getting $10,000 on a credit card at 24% interest, which is the current average in America right now, and you are making a minimum payment, you will pay back around $22,000. And it will take you around 17 years. You are not paying off debt. You are renting money from bank. And the rent never stops. This is not an accident. The minimum payment system was designed deliberately to keep you paying as long as possible. Banks don't profit from people who pay off their credit card in 3 months. They profit from the person who pays the minimum every month for 17 years. And the cruelest part, they made it responsible. At least I'm paying. I've never missed a payment. Meanwhile, every single month, roughly 70 to 80% of your minimum payment goes straight to the interest. On a $10,000 balance, your minimum payment might be around $200 or $160 of that goes to the bank and 40 comes off the actual debt. $40. That's not a payment plan. That's a subscription to debt. If you're watching this, I want to know something. You are not bad with money. You were never taught how this works. Nobody sits you down in the school and explains compound interest. Nobody shows you what a 10,000 balance actually costs over time. They give you the card, they give you the credit limit, and they wish you luck. And when the interests pile up, they make you feel like it's your fault. But it's not. But here is the truth that nobody tells you. The math that got you into this can be reversed. There are specific moves in a specific order that cut the actual cost of this debt dramatically. Not in 17 years, in 2 to 4 years, sometime less, depending on where you start. That's what this video is. Stay with me. Before I give you steps, I need to show you exactly how the trap works. Because if you don't understand the mechanism, you will fall back into it even after you escape. So, let me show you the math that bank hope you never see. Here is how compound interest works against you. Your balance is $10,000. Your interest rate is 24%. That means every single month the bank charges you 2% of whatever you owe. Month 1, that's $200 in interest alone. Your minimum payment is maybe $200 to $250. So you pay $222. $20. The bank takes $200 into the interest, $20 comes off the principal. Month 2, you owe $9,980. The bank charges 2% again. That is $199. You can see where this is going. The balance barely moves. And every time you put something else on that card, the clock resets. This is called the minimum payment trap. And 45% of the American credit card holders are in it right now. Yeah, 45%. That 60 million Americans paying twice what they owe. Now, here is where it changes. I'm going to walk you through 6 specific steps that break this cycle. And I need you to pay attention to step number 4 because most people skip it. And it's the one that cuts year of your payoff time. Let's go. So start with the step number 1. Know your actual number, not your balance. Your balance is what you owe today. Your actual number is what you pay if nothing changes. Go to any free debt payoff calculator online. Type in your balance, type in your interest rate. It's on your interest statement. Type in your current monthly payment, hit calculate. Look at the total interest paid column. That number, the one that makes you feel sick, that is your real debt. Now, not $10,000, $22,000, or $18,000, or $31,000. Whatever it shows, write that number down because that is what you are actually fighting to escape. Most people have never seen this number. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it will motivate you more than any budget spreadsheet will ever do. Step number 2. Before you pay down a single dollar for principal, you need to stop the bleeding. That means stop adding the debt. This sounds obvious, but 60% of the people trying to pay off debt is still using the same card they are trying to pay off. Every new charges resets your progress. Here what to do instead. Freeze the card literally. Put it into the Ziploc bag, fill it with the water, put it into the freezer. Not cancelled, frozen. Canceling can hurt your credit score. Freezing stop the spending without touching your credit. For ongoing subscription already on the card, move them to a debit card for this week. The single step just stop a new charges can reduce your total payoff cost by $2,000 to $4,000 on a $10,000 balance. Not by paying more, just by stopping the bleeding. Step number 3, call your credit card company and ask for a lower interest rate. I know it sounds too simple, but listen. A study 2017 by a creditcard.com found that 69% of the people who called and asked for a interest rate reduction got 1%. 69%, the average reduction was 6% percent points on a $10,000 balance, dropping from 24% to 18% interest. Save you over $4,000 in total interest rate. One phone call and a 15 minutes. Okay, I will show you what to say. Hi, I have been a customer for X years. I've always paid on time. I am currently working on paying down my balance and I would like to request you the lower interest rate to help me do that. That's it. If they say no, ask to speak to supervisor. If they still say no, ask again in 90 days. This costs you nothing. But the only cost is not making the call. Now, the step number 4 is where most people completely blow their payoff plan. It's not what you think it is. And if you get this wrong, everything else fails. Don't skip ahead. Stay right here. Step number 4, choose the right payoff method. If you have more than one debt, the order you pay them often changes everything. There are two methods. Method number 1, the debt snowball. You pay off the small balance first, regardless of interest rate. Method number 2, the debt avalanche method. You pay off the highest interest rate first, regardless of the balance size. Here is the main difference on the three debts: $3,000 at 29%, $5,000 at 22%, $8,000 at 15%. Snowball method, total interest paid approximately $6,400. Avalanche method, total interest paid approximately $4,900. Avalanche saves you $1,500 just by changing the order you pay. Same monthly payment, same income, different order, but $1,500 saved. Now, the snowball has a real benefit too. It gives you psychological win faster. You eliminate debt sooner, and that motivation can keep people on track when math alone won't. So here is the honest answer. If you are disciplined, use avalanche method. If you need momentum to stay motivated, use snowball. Both works. Picking one and committing is what matters. Not picking is what kills your payment attempts. Step number 5, the extra $50 rule. This is the simplest and the most underrated move in the day debt payoff. On your highest priority debt, pay $50 more than the minimum every single month. Just $50. On a $10,000 balance at 24%, minimum payment only paid off in 17 years. Total cost around $22,000. An extra $50 every month paid off in 6.5 years. Total cost $15,300. You save $6,700 for just $50 a month. Now, I know what you are thinking. I don't have an extra $50. Here is where to find it. Cancel one streaming service you forgot you had. Stop buying one coffee per week. Cancel one unused subscription. That's $50. Combine them and make them $50 without changing your lifestyle in any meaningful way. $50 a month, but $6,700 saved. 10 few years of depth. Two more steps. These are the one that turn a slow payment pay off into a fast one. Just pay attention. Step number 6, the balance transfer. If your credit score is 670 or above, you may qualify for a 0% interest balance transfer card. This means you move your highest interest debt onto a new card that changes zero interest for 12 to 21 months. On $10,000 at 24% interest, you are paying roughly $200 a month just in interest. Move that balance to 0% card. Every dollar you pay goes directly to the principal. zero to the interest. In 18 months of $500 payment, you eliminate $9,000 of debt compared to paying $9,000 over the same period at 24%, where would you only reduce the balance by about $5,800. Same $500 a month, 3,200 more dollars of actual debt eliminated. The transfer fee is usually 3 to 5%, roughly around $300 to $500, but you save thousands. Important rule, do not use this card for a new purchase. It is a pay off vehicle only. Treat it like it's on fire. Pay it off before the promotion period ends. Let me tell you what winning cost. Every month you stay at a minimum payment on a $10,000 balance. You pay $160 to $200 in interest. That's $160 to $200. That does not reduce your debt. It just keep you in the game. $160 a month, $1,920 a year. If you started one of these steps towards today versus 1 month from now, that delay costs you $160. Not someday, next month. The bank is charging you $160 a month to stay exactly where you are right now. You now have 6 step. You now have the math. The only thing left is the decision. Are you starting today or are you paying another $160 to wait? Now, everything I just taught you works. But here's what I know from watching people try this on their own. Most people watch the video, feel motivated, open a new tab, and then life happens. Then they step blood together. They forgot which debt to hit first. They forgot to make the call. They don't know where to start tonight. So I built something for you. It's called the debt emergency checklist. 10 steps in exact order to stop the bleeding on your debt tonight, not this week, tonight. It's a free download. Link in the description and in a pinned comment. If you watch this entire video, this checklist is the next logical thing to do. Download it, print it now. Step number 1 before you go to sleep. It takes the 6 thing I just taught you and turns them into one page action list you can walk through in and under an hour. Free, no catch, just link below. If this video helped you see the debt differently, if the math hit different, share it with one person you know who's stuck in the minimum payment hell. They may never search up for this, but you can put it in front of them. Subscribe if you want more of this. No fluff, no motivation, just real number, real moves. I will see you there.